Hey friends, it's Kelly. Thanks for joining me. I am back with a new layout for the Cut Shop, and today I am going to be using the Going Geo Cut File. I'm starting with a light craft cardstock for my base, and then I'm just coming in with some cheap white acrylic paint, and I'm just adding a wash of acrylic paint over that background. I wanted to make sure that the cut file image was going to stand out from the background, so I thought adding a little bit of white to that craft cardstock would help. There you can see the cut file image that I am using, and I sized it to 10.5 inches in Cricut Design Space and then cut it on a pattern paper from the Amy Tangerine on a Whim collection. This entire layout is full of that collection. I use ephemera pieces, clear stickers, chipboard stickers, and stickers from the sticker book all on this layout. There I grabbed one of the clear stickers and added it to a scrap piece of white cardstock, and I will fussy cut that out later. I just wanted to make sure that it really stood off the background, and sometimes those clear stickers can blend in a little bit if you don't add them to white cardstock before you adhere them to the layout. Now here I am showing you that I added hand stitching around that entire cut file image using hot pink embroidery floss. I also added a couple layers of tissue paper and some fun foam to the back of my photo just to help elevate it from the layout. Okay, so now I'm going to start working on embellishing the layout. I'm going to use #hustle as my title, and that comes from the chipboard sticker sheet. And when I first got that sticker sheet, I wasn't really sure how I would use this word. When I think of hustle, I think of sport-related activities, and I don't really have those type of photos to scrapbook. But then I remembered that I had this photo of the airport from a trip that we went on a couple years ago, and I thought it would work out perfect because we really had to hustle to make it to the airport on time. We had a terrible experience with the airline that we were using for this trip. They canceled our flight last minute. We were getting ready to walk out the door to go to the airport when we got a text message that the flight was canceled. We couldn't find a flight out of that original airport because, like everyone else, they were scrambling to try to find tickets so they could get to Vegas on time. So everything was booking up. We ended up booking a flight through a different airport, but we had to hustle to make it there on time. We got to the gate just as they were boarding the flight, but we made it. It's all good. We had a great time. It was just a little stressful right in the beginning getting there. This photo was actually taken after we had returned home. I didn't have a second to snap a photo as we were running into the airport trying to make our flight, but this layout is actually going to be the opening page to my Vegas scrapbook that I am making. And it's funny because this story from that vacation is one of the stories that stands out the most in my head when I think about that vacation we went on. So it's fitting that it is the opening to the scrapbook. Okay, so getting back to the layout, I'm working on getting my title positioned, and I wanted it to be fairly centered above the photo, and I had adhered it down once and wasn't happy with the placement, and when I lifted it, it pulled some of the paint off the background. So now I'm just coming in with some white acrylic paint just to cover up those areas that had been lifted, and you're never going to be able to know once I get that paint back on there that that had even happened. Now I'm going to start working on adhering down some of the embellishments. The heart and then that floral piece that I am placing on top of the heart, those are both from the die cut pack. This floral that I'm placing on the left hand side, that was actually from the clear sticker sheet. I did add it to the white cardstock. I wanted it to match fairly close to the floral that I had on the right hand side. So by placing it onto white cardstock first, that did help. Now I'm just bringing in a few other of the clear stickers. Some of them are foiled, and I actually added a piece right underneath the floral cluster on the left. That was actually I think it's supposed to be sushi, and I'm not a sushi eater, but I wanted a pop of blue on the layout, and I just tucked it underneath that floral, and you can't even tell that it was a sushi piece, but it actually adds the perfect color blue to the layout that I was going for. I did add a blue floral sticker to the right hand side, and then I also added another one of those sushi stickers. It is green. All of the colors match really well because they're all from the same collection. And here's where I realized that I got a little bit of white acrylic paint on my photo, so I am trying to scratch it off. I did not print this photo with my Canon selfie, and I've noticed with the prints from my Canon selfie that if I get any type of paint or anything on them, that it comes off really easy. But with this photo, I had to be a little aggressive with it and scratch pretty hard to get it to come off. Now it was looking a little bare above that heart, so I grabbed a floral sticker from the sticker book, and I'm going to tuck that right in on the top of the heart. I wanted to add a little bit more green to that flower, so I went through the sticker book again trying to find a leaf that would fit the shape of the flower, but I was having a hard time finding one that fit well. So what I decided to do was peel it back off, and then I'm going to trim off the leaves that were stuck underneath the heart that you couldn't see anyway. And this will allow me to add a little bit more green to that flower, and I can kind of just position them right where I want them to go. So it's almost like paper piecing the flower back together. I'm going to add another pop of blue next to that pink flower using a blue floral sticker from that same sticker book. I'm really happy with how this is coming together. It's bright and colorful, just the way that I wanted it to be. I am going to add the date to that heart ephemera piece, and I realized after I stamp it that I put the wrong date on there. It was actually July of 2015, not of 2016, so I'm going to have to go back in later and fix that. I am also going to bring in some hot pink splatters using Heidi Swapp Color Shine. I also typed up my journaling using my We Are Memory Keepers typecast typewriter and cut it into thin strips and added it directly underneath the photo. Here are my still shots. I have a few here to show you. The next one coming up, you're really going to be able to see the hand stitching close up. I really like how the hand stitching helps that cut file image pop off the page. It really gives it some definition. I will be back again very soon with another layout and another process video. Remember to head over to the Cut Shop to check out all of the cut files. Thank you so much for watching.